good morning, good afternoon or good evening. Napoleon, are you going to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone? Oh no, he's just been a run around the block with Aiden, so he's a little bit tired. He better be doing his job well today. Now, today we're going to have some fun with some paint. Now, I know not everyone has paint at home, so this is why I showed you very early on how to make your own watercolour by putting the middle of textures into water, into jars. So I've done that. I've got green and red and some blue. Now, I've put plastic down, which is a really good idea because I spilt most of my yellow this morning, just then actually. So either do it outside or put some newspaper down. Be really careful not to make a mess, because do you know what? A little tip. If you make too much mess, your parents won't let you do it again. Yeah. So we don't want that, because we want as much art to be happening as we possibly can. So I had a little play this morning with a few different things. I collected just from around the house some cardboard, some sponges, cotton buds, some rolls, some sticks, an old nail brush, a few bottle caps. So just to have a little play around with as many marks that we can make. So these are some of the things. I don't know if Rubes is back. She's finished school for the day. So Mr. M's had a break. So these are some of the things that I had fun doing today. Literally just mark making. Now this one's called dry brushing, which my kids and I have done before, which is really fun. And this is the watercolours that I used from Texta. Now, after I show you how I've done a few of these, I'm going to show you some of the things that we can do with these in the end. Because it's great to be able to use the stuff that you make. Now, I had so much fun. I tell you what, I think I have as much fun or more than you guys in doing these. So, with the cardboard, now I've got the primary colours here. Red, yellow and blue. Now my students at school are amazing in knowing about red, yellow and blue. They're the most important colours in art. You can't make them, but they are so handy to make everything else. Now if you had yellow, blue, red, white and black, I'm out of black, sorry black. If you had those 5, you could make any colour. So when I buy people paints for their birthdays, I always buy the primary colours white and black. Now white and black aren't colours, they're a tone and shade, but that another day. So bit of fun. So let's put some of these primary colours, blobs. Got my water here. It's always good to have old tea towels and rags just to dry. Now you want quite a big blob to be able to move all this around. I always hit it on the bottom just to give it a good old washeroony. You are tired. Did that run wear you out, big fella? Alright, so let's put a bit of white into. Why not, I say? Why not? It's a Friday. Friday. All the teachers have been working so hard providing you guys with great stuff to do at home. So proud of them. So when you get the cardboard, I cut it, and this was the edge of the box, so I know it's nice and flat. So you use it just to drag your paint around the page. Oh, magnificent. Now, I keep dragging it, okay, a bit off, till, should have my smock on it. Where's my smock? Mrs. M smock. Oh, like I've got a colour jump on. Till there's nothing left on top. So much fun. Like, I could seriously just spend my whole time doing those, isn't it? Alright, so let's do one. Do you know what? That would be great for wrapping paper and cards. I'm going to try some of these paler colours. These are some of the colours I had left over from doing my face rainbow on the fence. I reckon these might make a nice sea background. Some purples and some blues. Not much of this light blue. Oh, a little bit lumpy, but we don't care, do we, Nip? So important, and I tell the kids at school, wash your brush in between to keep your colours nice and pure. Nothing worse than having mixed up colours. Also, it's a bit of, I call it in my art room, paint etiquette. because you are sharing your colours with everyone else, and it's not fair to mess them up for anyone else. Let's put a bit of dark blue and a little bit of white. Oh, Nip, I don't know, you won't get paid today. Alright, so a bit of cardboard. It has to be a nice flat edge, otherwise it doesn't work. Alright. Very purple. Do you like that, Ruth? A bit too much purple. Let's chuck a bit more blue and white in, I think. I haven't tried what happens when you add colour again, like after the first time, but this is what it's all about. A bit of experimenting. I don't know if that bottom there is flat enough. Ooh, wow. Get a little bit of movement in it. Pretty. All right. Don't think I like that one as much as the other one. I think the colours are all a bit too much the same. Maybe if I try and scrape a little bit of it off. Do you know what, we can draw back onto that. I think I like the other one better. Well, that's okay. Art's all about having an experiment. All right, so now let's do a bit of dry brushing. Gosh, I get messy. Oh, I've always got messy my whole life with that. All right. My mum watches this, she'll be able to tell you that. I come home from work with paint all over me, don't I now? Alright, so found this old nail brush. So we just have a little bit in. And with painting and mark making, it's good just to have an experiment. See what you can do. It should all be very fun. A bit more colour to it. The only problem is, because I'm dipping this in, I might wreck my colours, but because the brush is now dry, it sort of gives a scratchy effect. A bit like shading with pencil or crayon, really. This is always good as a background. Good to draw back on top of. Oh yeah. Look at that. That's sort of like when it's nice and dry. Now you can always go back on top of. So I love using sticks. I might need a little bit more red, Nick. Oh, there you go. Pretty runny red. Thing is though, you have to keep re-dipping. So unlike when you're using paintbrushes, which seem to hold the paint, when you use sticks, you really just have to keep re-dipping. But what I love is, with this, the paint sits on top. So it looks like that dry brushing is underneath. Very abstract. Remember we talked a few lessons ago about abstract. Abstract means isn't realistic, doesn't really look like anything. So this is all just about pattern, colour, shape. Again, these would make beautiful wrapping papers. Or we could draw, when these dry, we could draw little figures back on top of this. Could be a magical world. Gosh, really get to use your imagination. All right, that was fun. Love that. Okay, so I would like to now show you, I've got my watercolours. Now this is the blue that, I love these fan brushes. The blue. Now if you want a stronger or darker colour, you'll have to put more textures in. So the good thing is it sort of dries quickly, and so you can go on top of each other. I don't have much yellow, seeing I spilt it. Let me see. You can sort of see what happens with your primary colours, can't you? Sort of get a bit of orange, a bit of green happening. Alright, so just a bit of fun. Then, now I've got my tubes. I'm going to go back. Oh, wow. Wet paint reacts very differently to dry paint. This is half the fun of experimenting. You find that out. So it sort of bleeds out. It's called bleeding. Cool noise, isn't it? Alright, let's get some small dots happening. I'm a fan of the cotton bud. Big fan of cotton bud. Good for dot art. Good for details. Now, remember, the best thing about art is there's no right or wrong. So you're just going along and experimenting and having some fun. Off at trail, looks like it's going for a little paint walk. Fantiddly-tastic. All right. Nip, not interested today? Okay. We all have days like that. I should show you these sponges, maybe not on that one. On this one, sponges are great. You sort of get a waffle effect. Pushing lightly. Works better when there's not so much paint on there. All about your texture and your patterns. All about making something interesting. Now I could go all day just doing all that, but I won't. I want to show you a few things that we could do with all these. Lucky I've got this plastic sheet under here, otherwise we'd be eating on paint. Alright, so now a couple of things. See, you can see we've spilt the yellow. You guys have been sending me in amazing portraits. Amazing. I have been blown away. Yesterday, I think I answered about 80 emails, all full of beautiful art. I am so proud of you. Now, drawing faces, it takes practice. Seriously, I still have to practice. So, keep at it, and I'm really, really impressed. All right, so what I'm going to do is, one idea could be, because we've been doing the portrait, what is this? I'm just going to do it quickly. Could use this as a bit of a top. Now, as I say to you, I don't necessarily, actually I've changed my mind, I'm going to go this way. I don't want you to necessarily copy what I'm doing. I'm just giving you some ideas. What I love is when people send me in work that I didn't think of. That wasn't my idea. Gorgeous Pepper in prep, her nature art, like she put it in a box and she blew me away. See, we can use that as a top. I think I'm going to try and make a hat. Oh, I'll do that in a minute. Where did I put my glue? Right here. It's this fun thing in art when you combine different things. Your paint, if you used a bit of drawing that you've learnt. Let's make that their top. Give them a bit wide in it. Oh, I like adapting as I go, people. Alright. Now we talked about different shaped heads. Now remember we talked about the eyes being about halfway down. Now the juniors, you guys did some amazing emotion drawing. I saw some really angry stuff, some really excited, happy. And then the senior school, you guys did a great job on concentrating on your characters. Again, not perfect, but you know what? It doesn't matter. All right, now ears, remember they went from your eyes to your nose. All right. Maybe. You could make him a hat. This. Now, again, I'm just having a play around, so I don't even really know what it's going to look like, but that's all the fun of it. Why not give it a go? Oh, that looks like a bit like a duck. I think that looks a bit too much like a duck, Rubes. I might cut that off and then cut a different bit for the peak. All that experimenting. Yeah, I like that. A bit smaller. I'll have to do some hair coming out. Oh, let's do some hair first. Now remember, hair goes to your ears, even if you've got really short hair. Oh, my text is running out. Now you guys can spend more time than me doing this. I like just to give you the ideas. I'm the ideas girl, and then you guys can do different stuff. Oh yeah, I like that. Bring in your hair. Come on, glue. Alright, let's even shade in, with my watercolour, with some blue eyes. Nice. Alright, you could even then go in, paint some colour in the background. A bit of fun. Do whatever you like, remember? It's all about experimenting. Fantastic. So, another thing, there he is with his cool painted clothes. Awesome hat. Another thing you could probably do is I'm going to cut some fish out of this one. I love fish. We went up near the Great Barrier Reef, probably 5 years ago now, did some snorkeling. I've never seen so many magnificent fish in my life. One little fish. So it's good because we've just experimented. I really like to use up, what we've done. So it's not just about having a bit of fun, then we can create art from it. Use it again. Now, people have been showing me, they've been putting their artwork on their walls, in their bedrooms, their fridge. I love that. Let's fill these homes with art, people. Right, this is a school of fish from home. We're all learning from home, and these fish of ours are going to hang out with us. Again, doesn't have to be perfect. All fish are different. Oh, there's a squirrel and different shaped and sized fish in the world. Now, what I want is for people to send me other things that they have worked out to do with their paint experiments. Not just fish, not just clothes, but other things. Now, under here, let's put a little bit of water. You right there, Nip? You still alive? You still here? Oh gosh, that walk really wore you out. Oh no, it's tough. Okay. Gosh, he's got so much love since we've been at home. Oh, some of you guys have been sending us photos of your dogs. Stella's beautiful dog, Violet, I think her name was. Oh, super cute. Alright, and then we could stick these little fishies on here, and then we can even add some eyes and stuff. Oh, usually they all swim in one direction. Schools usually go in one direction. They all follow each other. Alright. Now, have I got a better texture this time? And there's your little bin here. Oh, lovely family, beautiful. Could do little fins on top too. Like sticking up here too, we could have done with some of these. Won't do it to all of them, but like that we could put some little fins at the top and the bottom. Could have done a goldfish bowl. Would have been good too. So with your experimental art, your challenge, and I'm not going to show you anymore, is you'll probably spend one day just having fun doing things with your paint, all your different sorts of paint, using stuff you've found at home, brushes, sticks, sponges, whatever you like. And then when they're all dry, your challenge is what then can you do with them? You can combine drawing, you can make things out of them. These would make beautiful cards. Record, you know, fold them and make them even into beautiful cards. You could even, I love sharing things. It's nice at the moment to send each other things. The post, oh, I love getting things in the post, love it. Especially now that we're all sitting at home. Oh, it's a wonky donkey. You could trace it out and cut it a bit better than me. But you can make lovely cards and things. That's just very quick. So that's your challenge. You show me all the amazing things that you can come up with. You might cut out things and make imaginary monsters. You might make beautiful dresses, dancing dresses that are flowing. I want to see them all. Now, Napoleon, you need to come and say goodbye. Come on, up you come. Oh, what a sleepy boy you are today. Oh, one run around the block. We've got a very big block, but one run around the block and you're exhausted. My goodness. I don't think we should film on a Friday afternoon. Nip's way too tired. I didn't even want to play with his sticks today. All right. So from Napoleon, Ruby and I'd like to say thank you so much for watching us and sending all those beautiful emails telling us where you live, where you come from. Some other schools now have been doing a bit of our art, part of their art at home. So big thank you, and all I want is for you to have fun and give it a go. Bye.